So let's do that lightning hitman round. Okay, let's have some fun.
All right.
I love
John.
this.
Don't let me forget to make sure all his books get posted to the website.
Oh, okay. Good point. So either you say, I don't know the guy, I know him, or I took him out, and give us the details. Let's have some fun. Louis DeBono.
I was involved in the conspiracy of his murder, yes.
Really? Okay. Michael, is it Michael Vigna or Michael Levigna?
Mike Levigny, I shot him.
My wife's maiden name was Lavinia, by the way.
I shot him in the chest in protocols, and he testified against me 25 years later.
Really? Wow. Yeah. Paul Gione. Is that
Paul? I shot in front of Gotti Sr.'s mother's house on the conduit. I think I hit him 4 times. He laid in snow. It was a snowstorm, about 3 feet of snow, 2.5 feet, which froze him and actually saved him to the end.
Yeah. Was there some sanitation worker that came out?
Yeah. So you do know.
I know that's.
He came out screaming. I went to finish him. I took a knife out, and I had a fishing knife, and I went to go cut his throat to finish off the hit. Sanitation guy came out, and he grabbed part of the plate, and guy Keith Pellegrino ended up giving me up, telling the police that I had his car. So that was probably one of the only ones I was investigated on, believe it or not. Back in those days, cops hardly came around, but this guy I shot's father was a first-grade detective, so they pursued it.
I should have given a warning if you're squeamish, turn the radio off for a little while, but it's late at night.
Oh, I doubt any of our audience is squeamish. I don't think we got to worry about that much.
Giorgio Grasso.
Giorgio Grasso, I hit him with Detective Phil Baroni, was in the car with me, and a couple other guys. I shot Giorgio Grasso 2 or 3 times in the head. He tried to hit me, and there was orders to kill him, but him and his brother-in-law tried to hit me years right before that. The year before that, I believe we left him at Shea Stadium, City Field.
You got to tell the story. You took a guy out or something, and then some guy's following you, and you turned around, and what's that story? I love it. You know?
A guy, Sal Noto, actually, Sal Noto's brother-in-law was marrying his sister. There's a guy that grew up with me, nice guy, regular guy from my neighborhood. He invited us to his wedding, and it happened to be a guy I shot. He was in a club called The Bulkhead. Joe O'Kane was a guy that was around me at one time. They threatened to hurt him or kill him, and he called me up in a panic. I drove to the club, and I shot the guy in the middle of the dance floor. I walked out, and 2 guys were actually 4 guys following, two sets of guys. And I left my car where it was because they were following me. I turned around, and I just shot a guy, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing. I didn't really want to shoot him, but he just kept walking at me, and I shot him too in the stomach.
Now, you baseball batted 3 bikers in a bar?
That was
what that about?
With Kenny Nicole, who's still around. He's alive. The bartender, Debbie. The owner's name is Buddy. That was called the Old Brother Inn, 78th Street, Jamaica Avenue. I was home sleeping again. My friend, he passed away since then. Regular guy, 3 bikers. Got into an argument with him, and they called me. I showed up. I only live a couple blocks from there. It was one of my drug spots. And that's the first guy I believe I killed. I baseball batted him he was a vegetable. So I guess
you baseball batted like over 100 people probably, right, in your career?
Yeah.
I got a question I bet you never got, okay?
I know most of the names. That's why I laugh when a guy like Michael Francis can't even understand this.
This is why I wanted to do this lightning round, to show that you're specific, you're credible, names and places. So here's the question I bet nobody ever asked you. What kind of baseball bat did you use?
Actually, I used a 32-ounce bat, and because I used it in baseball, so I know what kind of bat I used.
Any other stories? I got a whole bunch of names, but I mean, you can pick some out. But I wanted to do this not just for sensationalism, but like I've always said, John, you have a lot of credibility, and a lot of these people are alive, the witnesses, right? That's seen this. So
I'll give you another example because people ask me, what do I regret the most?
Yeah, good question.
Joe O'Kane came to my house another time at 3 a.m. My father was screaming at him, and he's supposed to be a tough guy, this Joe O'Kane. He gets killed in jail. In a Kane prison, actually. And 2 Keegan brothers, Johnny and Brian Keegan, lived around the corner from me, tough Irish guys. They hated Joe O'Kane. They abused him. He wouldn't fight him, and he came running to my house, and he was with his girlfriend, Joe Kane. And my father says, the kid's supposed to be a tough guy. What are you coming in my house getting my son? Anyway, I went out and I baseball batted the Keegan brother. And I regretted it because they were tough guys. They were nice guys, and they happened to be right. Joe Kane was a weasel and really garbage guy. And again, I protected him. And my thank you was he testified against me for Gotti. So this is the treachery of the life. And I helped several times after that.
Ricky Stratton, just a couple more. Ricky Stratton.
Ricky Stratton stayed with two brothers, real tough. The brother Kevin Cullen still stays in touch with me. Used to work for me also in the drug business. His two brothers, Bruce Gotterup, Ricky Stratton, they came looking to kill me, 5 of them. And I went back at them. We killed Bruce Gotterup, and then I took the Cuccarelli brothers, another guy, Tommy, and we went on the Interborough Parkway in Brooklyn, and I shot him in the head on the Interborough Parkway.
Anybody else you want to add?
I mean, I could go on, like, you know.
I know.
I know why you're doing it, and